All right, happy Monday, February 17th. It is President's Day. So a lot of kids out of school down here at the beach. It was back 41 degrees this morning. So, hey, also new look. I'm looking straight at you this morning. So adjusting some things up, even more to come. So excited about what the channel's doing. Appreciate all of you. And as always on Monday, we're going to get right into the numbers and a lot to talk to you about. There's a lot going on in the market, a lot of conversations, and I got some big points I want to make about what's going on that I think is going to set up the spring. So let's see how we're doing this week as we get started. So go down here to new listings, 65. So that's on this channel, that's what we call a trend. You know, we use the 72-hour window. We use the last 72 hours on these numbers to dictate the week that was. And that's 3 weeks in a row that we've been up over 60 on the new listings, okay? So we thought we were in a bit of a little spurt where everybody was just kind of driving new action. And maybe it would just kind of be a little bit volatile, but that number's been very consistent above 60, which is on the higher end of what we saw throughout the fall. So now we're calling it a trend that we've got new listings coming out. But, and I mean, big asterisks, that I'm going to talk to you about at the end because I've been digging into this. Lots to talk about here with what's really going on with those new listings. Pending 25. So again, that's 3 weeks in a row, I believe. I need to go back and look at this, and I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry, 3 weeks in a row where we've been below that 50% threshold. But look at me. The pendings 25. That is 3 weeks in a row. We stay very consistent with those pending transactions, okay? Very consistently writing business. But what's happened is that the new contract has stayed very consistent, but our new listings continue to go up. So the new contracts has not stayed on pace with the increase in the new listings, okay? Because we need to be in the low 30s, mid 30s to hit that 50% ratio that we like. And again, to recite for everybody, what we're looking at there is saturation rate. For the amount of listings that we're bringing on, how many of them are taken away. Throughout the fall, we were consistently, if we were bringing on 10 new listings, we'd take away 5. Well, we started out this year as we get through mid-February, and we're bringing on more than we're taking away below that ratio, okay? So we want to get back to 50%. That's not a number. That's not like a US number. That's not a fundamental real estate number. That's just a Destin, Inlet Beach, 38 real estate number here that we've been watching in our market, okay? So now we've got a pattern. Now we've got consistency. What are the closed properties doing? 16, okay? So that's 2 weeks in a row that the closings have been below the pendings. Now, for a while, the closings were at or right at near the pending properties, which makes total sense, right? Like if you're consistent in writing new contracts, you want to be consistent in closing new contracts, right? So if you're writing 30 contracts, you want to see those go through. So I always like to watch 3 weeks in a row to make it a trend, just like I announced with the new listings. Well, that's 2 weeks in a row that the closings have dipped down lower than the new contracts, all right? So we keep an eye on that. A lot of factors involved in that and a variety of timelines, so I don't get too caught up in that, but we love consistency on this channel, and so we watch for those trends and then we talk about it, all right? Price changes, 42. All right, listen, so that's down, all right? So what was interesting the last couple of weeks is that we had this spike in the new listings, but we also had a spike in the price changes. Casey, why does that matter? Well, throughout the fall, I've been blaming the increase in new listings on the fact that agents have been taking down listings that have been on the market for some time, for maybe a couple of days, adjusting the prices, and then bringing them back onto market as new listings rather than just doing price reductions, okay? Because if it was just simply a price reduction, what category would it be in? Price changes, right? But what's happening is throughout the fall, we were seeing that the price changes went down and the new listings went up. So I pointed out to you that I think it's fake. It's not that we're having all this abundance of new listings, it's resetting of prices and coming back on like new. Well, the last 2 weeks, we had spikes in both. So I couldn't blame the amount of new listings on people just changing price because we had a huge increase in price changes too. Well, Now this week we're back to what I feel like was more of the fall. So it's still more listings coming on, but I've dug through these new listings, and many of them were on the market like 5 days ago. Many of them were on the market a day ago. They're taking them down. So I'm gonna call 30% of those new listings this week were on the market within a week ago, okay? So I'm not gonna get too crazy about the amount of new listings this week, but that being said, that's been the rule even throughout the fall. So the fact still remains that we need those pending contracts to get up to that 50% threshold that we like just for consistency with whatever the new listings are, okay? Let's talk about the new listings. You guys know, because you guys watch the channel and you see numbers weekly, you kind of keep up with what we do. You have a good sense of what comes and goes and what's a good price and what's not. Listen to me, I open up this hot sheet and this is 3 weeks in a row of this because I'm gonna call this a trend. Man, we are not pricing things well. The majority of what I'm seeing is still coming out at prices that they do not need to be at, okay? And I guess what I'm trying to say is we just came off of a year where we're not really guessing anymore on values. Like, we know what the values are. But I mean, look, I brought on a new Prominence listing. We are the best priced and the best location Prominence A floor plan out there. Get a golf cart, corner, most privacy you can get to be as close to the pool and get you out of there and go down to the beach. It's fantastic. There's still things in worse locations, $200,000 higher than we are. $200,000 higher than we are in Prominence. Now, and I hate to talk, I'm just going to use that one as an example, but you kind of got to go into the mindset, and that neighborhood could use some less inventory. So if you're a seller and you've got equal to or if not better product, $200,000 less than you, same floor plan, okay? This market is not buyers that go through and go, listen, I really like your cabinets, I'm gonna give you $200,000 more. It's not gonna happen. So in my mind, we get in line or we get out. Because what we're seeing is we're seeing this driving force of more inventory in some of these neighborhoods that doesn't belong. You might have 10 listing and 3 of them are actually attractive on pricing. And so the mindset becomes, well, if they'll just sell, then maybe I'll be in a good situation. Well, that's not the mindset to have right now. You need to get in the game. You need to lead the market or you're going to be suffering to the market. What I mean by that is somebody's going to set a comp for you. And right now is not the market where people say, well, it's gone, I'm going to come up and pay you an extra $200,000. It's not that market. It's a healthy market. We're busy. We wrote something else fantastic under contract this week. I've got 4 different people we're showing to this week, bringing on new listings. It is busy. Race was this weekend at Seaside. The energy's here, sun's out, it's chilly, but the sun's out. So what I'm saying is, listen, sellers, agents, you're missing opportunity. If you price it correctly and just get it out there. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm preaching from a half-broken box. I've got some things that we could adjust on price. I know that. But as a whole, what I'm seeing from the marketplace that's skewing everything is we're piling up these days on market and we're bringing these new listings. And one could look at all that and look at this information and go, man, they really can't get anything done. And that's not the truth. We can get it done. And I'm not even talking about giving super discounts. I'm just talking about getting in line with market, which is still incredibly healthy for the vast majority of these owners. There's not a lot of people losing money out there, okay? They're into these properties well. But let's either get to the point on price or get out. Woo! Man, I was feeling it. I think I'm feeling it because it's active. Like, I love what's going on right now. I'm excited. Our team's excited. We're running around. It's busy. We're waiting on other offers. It's good, but we're fighting and we're trying to make a point and we're trying to get to be really as good a price as we can to help our sellers and move along, okay? Listen, we've got some exciting stuff for you. If you have not seen the market report, please go watch that. It's the year-end one. Please go take a look. Appreciate all of you. If you're finding the channel for the first time, play around on here, reach out to us so you can get on my newsletter. If you're not getting my newsletter that I've been doing for 15 years every Saturday morning, please reach out. It's got some great content in there. We review everything from the week, give you some properties that stand out to us, but we got some exciting stuff to come, so I'm excited to bring it to you. And if you need me, we are here. We're in the saddle. It's busy time, and love to hear from you. Talk to you soon.